Right, so now let's come to case 2. And we said in the case of, let's say we have unequal or uneven cash inflow. Remember, we said in the case of constant cash inflow, this is our formula. However, where we have unequal or uneven cash inflow, our payback rule or period is giving us 1, the year before full recovery, plus unrecovered cost of initial investment over, that is the unrecovered cost of initial investment during that year over the cash inflow during the year. So we'll look at few examples so that we understand, because this formula is a little bit complicated as compared to the first one that we were dealing with. So let's look at, let's solve some few examples. All right. Now, let's say we have this example. An organization want to embark on an investment. It has been presented with the cash flow for 2 projects. To invest in, using the payback period method. Help the organization decide. So we have a table here. We have the year. We have project A, cash inflow, and then also we have project B, cash inflows. So we have year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. And then we have net investment. Net investment is equal to 50,000. And then we have net investment. Our net investment over here is also 50,000. Then we have 12,500. We have here 12,500 throughout. 12,500. Then for project B, we have 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. We have 25,000. Then we have 30,000. That is it. Okay, so now let's explain. Let me give a brief explanation. Now, what do we have here? Let's say you are an investment analyst. Let's say a counselor. Organization want to embark on investment journey. They are thinking of investing in two projects, Project A and Project B. The initial cost of investment, the money they want to put into the investment plan is 50,000. As you can see here, 50,000. So they have a 50,000, but they are contemplating on which of these investments should they invest in, as to whether they should invest in Project A or Project what B. We've been presented with what the annual cash inflow for Project A and then annual cash inflow for Project B. Now, using the payback method. So in a question, the examiner will decide on which investment technique to use. So using the payback period method, let's help the investment, the organization will decide on which of the investment to undertake. Now you will see that when you look at Project A, we have a steady cash inflow. That is a constant cash inflow. So that is the first case that we solved initially. So for Project A, since we have a constant cash inflow, we say our payback rule or payback period is our initial cash outlay. And when I say cash outlay, meaning initial investment over the annual cash inflows. So here you see that from the table, our initial investment is 50,000. And wɔde investment in, and they are expecting, when you look at the whole year, constant cash inflow, so 12,500. 12,500. So let's do a calculation. We have 50,000 divided by 12,500, and that will give us 4 years. So what does it mean? It means it will take 4 years to recover the amount invested in Project A. That is it. All right. Now let's come to for Project B. Now you see that Project B, the cash inflows are not constant as compared to Project A. That is the second case. Like I said, in the case of unequal or uneven cash inflow, and we said the formula is the payback period is equal to the year before full recovery. So here, our payback formula is going to be different from this. So when we say the year before recovery, and I'll explain that, plus unrecovered cost over the cash inflow during the year, that year. So how do we solve this question? When we have, what do we call it, unstable or unequal cash inflow. Now the first thing you do here is to construct a table where we are going to find the cumulative or accumulated cash inflow. So let's do this. So we have a table here. We have the year. Then we have Project B. Then we have what we call cumulative. Sometimes you can also call it accumulated cash inflow. So we have year 1, year 2, year 3, we have year 4, we have year 5, and then we have year 6. So year 1 is giving us 5,000. We said that year 2 is going to give us 10,000. Year 3 is going to give us 15,000. And then year 4 is going to give us 25,000. No? Okay, year 6 will give us 30,000, and then this will give us 25,000. Then we have here also as 15 what thousand. So how do we calculate our accumulated cash inflow? So from the word accumulated, we are going to add. Now bear in mind, when you are using unequal or unsteady or uneven cash inflow, remember our initial investment is 50,000. So we are looking at the number of years it will take us to recover this 50,000. So they are saying first year we have 5,000. So you add this 5,000. Then the second year cumulated, you add this to this. So if I add this to this, I have 15,000. While keeping eye on this initial cost of investment, 15,000. Okay. Then the third year, you add this to this, or it's just the accumulation of the summation of this and this and this. So if I add this to this to this, I write here. So you see this plus this is 25 plus this will give me 30,000. Or I can equally add this to this to get this. So we have 30,000, meaning we still have 20,000 to recover. Okay. Then 30,000 plus 15 will give you 45,000. Or you can equally add this to this to this to this, and we have 45,000. 45,000. Now, you will see that if we should add this 45 to this, or we should sum up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we are going to get an amount that is more than 50,000. You see, this is 45. If I should add the cash inflow for the 5th year, that is 25, is going to give me 70. Meanwhile, the amount of money we want to recover is 50,000, not 70. So meaning we cannot add this. Are you getting it? Now, we have 5,000 more to recover. I will explain where that 5,000 is coming from. So here, our payback period is calculated as 1. The year before recovery. The year before recovery, meaning we have been able to recover part of our money in year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. So year 4, that is 4, plus the uncovered what? Cost. So what is our uncovered cost? We invested 50,000 and we've been able to recover 45,000. Divided by the cash inflow during that year. That remaining 5,000, you be year for 25,000. So we divide by this 25,000 Ghana cedis. That is it. All right, so let's do this. We have our 4. This minus this will give us 5,000 over 25,000. So what do we have here? We have 0.2, because if you take 5,000 divided by 25,000, you have 0.2. So 4 plus 0.2, and that will give us 4.2 years. Now what does this one mean? It means it will take 4.2 years, that is 4 years and some months or days, to recover the amount invested in project B. Now we are coming to make a decision. So let's make a decision. Now remember, in our tutorials, I told you the decision rule is such that if we are comparing two projects, you select the project with a what? Shorter what? Payback what period. So here we are going to advise, because the question is saying we should help the organization to decide. The organization has 50,000, but they are contemplating on which of these two to invest in. So here we say that the organization will opt for, or should opt for, for investment in project A. Why? Since it has a shorter payback period, because you see that project A has a payback period of 4 years, but project B has a payback period of 2.540 years. So this example, I intentionally put together first case and second what case, because there are times where they will give you the question in a tabular form as you are seeing like this, or it will be given in a statement what form. All right.